My name is Flip May. I am an attorney in Phoenix, Arizona, and I have been asked by ASA to share some of my experience as a former member of ASA and also ASUA, and sort of describe my experiences and reflections over the years of the work that we did back then and the work that ASA does now. Enrolled at the University of Arizona in 1976, and my sophomore year got involved in student government, and my junior and senior year I was involved in ASA. My junior year, it was a good year to get involved in ASA because it was the year that the state legislature passed the first student regent bill, and I was fortunate enough to be present with past and then present student government leaders who were with Governor Babbitt when he signed the initial bill. I was looking through the Bible of current ASA directives and noticed that accessibility and affordability are sort of the hallmarks of what ASA stands for. And I will say that I was encouraged to see that because it was precisely what we were focused on, and I think our ability to focus on those two major issues is what allowed us to be successful not only in the time frame that I was there, but also the successes that ASA has achieved since then have been by maintaining focus on those issues that are inarguably beneficial to every student that goes to all three state universities. Each of the three universities, or I guess there's multiple universities, at least from a political perspective, from a student political perspective, are certainly capable of organizing and presenting arguments that they have on a variety of issues. But there's no question that an Arizona Students Association that represents, I'm not sure what the numbers are now, but it has to be approaching 150,000 students, plus minus, having a single organization that can legitimately speak on behalf of a cohort of students or citizens of the state that's that large is hugely important. And back to this notion of everyone pulling in the same direction, if you have a multitude of different student organizations having a different set of priorities on an annual basis as to what's important or not, or having the same priorities but articulating them in different ways, or even disagreeing on the priorities, that I think is really problematic. You have great difficulty achieving your goals if you have too many voices coming from too many places. The advantage of ASA is not only that it represents all of the students of the state, but within the organization itself it affords the leaders from all the different universities to assemble in caucus, and before their worldview or political view is stated, before they begin the advocacy process on whatever the issues are of the day, come to a consensus as to what's in the best interest of the students of the state, and being mindful that if you're a lumberjack, you should be concerned about what a Sun Devil student is thinking, and if you're a Wildcat, same thing for the lumberjacks, and back and forth. It is your commitment when you join ASA is a commitment to the students of the state, not to the students on the west side of Phoenix or the east side of Phoenix, or up in the mountains or down in southern Arizona. So that's the significance of it. We always had the opportunity to advocate separately, but we never had, until we created ASA, the strength to advocate cohesively through the Arizona Students Association. If there wasn't an ASA now, then for the period of time that ASA didn't exist, the students would simply, or student leadership would be in a default, and there would be no single person there to advocate for students across the state. And so you'd be deferring to the, I say unilaterally, deferring to the decisions that the state legislators are making, or the governor's office is making, or the regents are making, or the university presidents are making, without having the optimal student voice. And I can tell you that the consequences of that are predictable. Like any group in the community, if it defaults on its opportunity to participate as actively and as well as possible, it's gonna be shorted. That's just the way it is. And so if you believe in student issues, if you believe in accessibility issues and affordability issues, health issues on campus and the like, then you have to embrace the notion that having a robust Arizona Students Association is the best way to achieve that.